right when we go live. Hey, everybody. How's it going? So we kind of did a different little setup just for hopefully my phone will charge because it's only on like 17% and I'm using my phone to do this live so that we can be in a comfortable area. Open that. Oh, you're already there.
I'm trying to.
Yeah.
A second.
So Fred's big knee is right here. Oh wait, no, that's not even your knee. That's what. Wait, do that again. I guess it was. Okay.
Yeah, it's my knee.
Let me see here. Hey Lisa. It's your birthday, so if you want to sit like that, you can sit like that. Trying to happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday. Oh, we need to do a video of Bandit, like we did Athena, the AI video where Bandit was, or Athena was smiling for your birthday, was so happy that was your birthday. Hey, Robin, Bergen, Carrie, Amanda. So we could talk about whatever, guys, today. We're just, I put Summer Wells and I figured we would probably
just kind of hanging out.
Yeah, I figured we would probably get on that conversation. So, hey, Val. Oh, really? The Northern Lights? These are my nails today. Just regular pussy pink. I couldn't help but say it. I'm so immature.
No. But thanks everybody for the happy birthday today.
We just got done eating chili, and he has a little cake in there and some ice cream. So I got I surprised him with a little like soldering iron thing. So he's now like been fixing everything. Hey Lee, Mimi, hey Rhiannon. So of course I will say though, Thursday we're doing our part 2 with Donna and Lauren, or Sweetie Pie Lowe's. So that's going to be during the day on Thursday around noon, I think, or noonish Eastern time. Fred has to switch to my other account. It won't let me comment for some reason. Billy Barlow. Hey, Mimi of 6. Maybe I should pull up my chat on this phone so that I'm not putting my finger up there all the time to go through and look. I don't know. We've been talking a lot tonight about the Knoxville connection and the Lady of the Night call. And I remember when I had first talked about that call, I remember, and I went and looked to see when it was, and it was July of 2022, I believe, June or July of 2022. Oh, okay, it's me, Mama B, says Okay. Huh. I'll have to go look and see if you're blocked for some reason. Thanks, RJ. RJ said happy birthday. Everybody sing happy birthday. Blessed birthday, wise old lady says.
Thanks, everybody.
So I've got all nervous again about this freaking case because it's like scary, guys.
Kind of a lot of stuff fell in her lap.
Yeah. I don't even know, like, it's hard because with what we feel has happened, I don't even know. It's hard because we don't know, like, what we can say and what we can't say. And it's scary, too. So when these people say, there's a lot of people not talking because it is very, very dangerous. And the way is, I was talking to somebody earlier today. I had somebody anonymously get a hold of me, and it was actually, guys, tied to the Lady of the Night call. I think I finally have been in connection. I think I actually pretty much know. This person won't answer me completely about, but I don't want to put them. I was talking to somebody about the Lady of the Night call, and they had some information about it and stuff. And we got to talking about it, brought us to other cases like Layla.
Lots of names.
Yeah, Layla, Brianna, Tester, Holly Lynn Snap, Sean Williams, and it's really freaking me out. You still watching the first interview? Hey, Astrids. Yeah, we got into talking about the like mafia and stuff like that, and a certain gang affiliated with all this. Allegedly. But it just makes me very, very, very nervous. Wondering if this case, if it's like, I don't know. Sometimes it makes me wonder if it's a waste of time. Like if anything's ever going to freaking happen. Because it's so big and so, I don't know how it is going to take quite the team of people to take it down. The way it's sounding, it's a huge group of people.
And the way they talk, the law enforcement stuff scared of them too. And possibly some involved.
Oh, yeah. And we're even thinking going back to Jason Arnold when he passed too, like it possibly being tied to the same group. I think law enforcement knows all this stuff. I think they know what they're dealing with. I really do. You heard something was found? Well, I'll tell you, I mean, if there's been a lot of stuff found and we never know what came of it, you know? That fan is cold.
Yeah, they've not told us and won't tell people what came of a lot of it, you know, until it's over. Look at this fan off.
Yeah, like, if there's one common theme when you look into a lot of the people that have been mentioned, and it always goes back to like certain an affiliation with a certain group, a gang. And even back, you know, we even rumored that Hunter was affiliated with somebody, or Hunter's sister or somebody was affiliated with a certain group. They were supposed to give back Summer, but Dawn reporter missing the. Yeah. That's supposedly what was supposed to be the deal, is that it was supposed to be a temporary thing. And we're here, you know, hearing things like, oh, Summer was with, you know, possibly with a bunch of other kids that some not even freaking reported missing. Like parents just freaking dropping their kids off to pay off their drug debts and stuff. Mm-hmm. But the reason why I'm being all weird and quiet is because I'm like trying to watch. I don't know what I can say and what I can't say. And I want to, there's so much I want to talk to you guys about, but I'm like,
yeah, it's a lot to talk about, really, but dangerous to talk about, too.
Yeah, we want to sweep Pylos, and we're going to be there again in a couple days. Yeah, I'm wondering with this whole Netflix thing, or this thing with these people supposedly, you know, having some kind of Netflix documentary or follow the Sean Williams thing. I'm kind of wondering if something could come of that. Because from the way it's looking, it's all connected. And I'm just wondering if things would be uncovered. That's probably one of our biggest hopes, or not biggest hopes, but that's my best hope. Best hope of this case, you know, of things being uncovered, is the fact that now there's some kind of documentary going to be covering or following the Sean Williams situation, or that is doing.
Yeah, they're supposed to be doing a documentary on all of him.
So I'm wondering, in that corruption with the police, if some other things will be uncovered, and because they all are connected. And there is reasons why people like Marlena and Jody Sue are freaking terrified. Honestly, it really should be. I don't know. And a lot of these people still in the drug scene, you know, that's a double whammy, because when you're dependent on a drug that you have to freaking get up in the mornings, that puts you in a very vulnerable position, and you're at these people's mercy because you can't get away from the drugs, and because you can't just move, because you're for different reasons. When you're stuck on drugs too, you're dependent on people that are on drugs. They stay in the same area because they're not going to go move to a completely different place where they don't know anybody to get their drugs from, unless they have something like already set, or but a lot of times people
are burning the bridges, their connections.
Well, and also
If they speak on certain things,
and afraid of their for their family.
Yeah.
Detective Jensen guy.
I see him posting on Facebook all the time, getting pulled over. It's about all I see him doing anymore.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't.
And Lyle's always pulling him over for something, Jason Jensen, and him posting it.
Who else worked with Sean Williams? I forget that name of that guy, but I'm curious about him because he is definitely on my radar for Playboy, which now that I've been talking with somebody who claims to know these people involved in this Lady of the Night call, okay? We were talking about that. You remember, I don't remember where I got it, but I remember seeing a guy that was pictured. I don't know if he was arrested with Sean Williams. He was supposed to be working with Sean Williams or something, or doing a lot of dirty work for Sean. I'm guessing he was arrested, but it was like a black dude or a mixed dude. And I think he had or braids, but like cornrows, or not, but they were braided cornrows or whatever they're called. Has what town on our lake? The Playboy? Yeah, so Playboy is definitely, the Playboy Bunny is definitely something used, like it's one of their little symbols or whatever by the Levi swords. Yeah, I mean, that's what these people, you can't get, and Fred was talking about, he never messed with those type of, when he was in the game, you never mess with that type of people, or.
Well, I had to have somebody else deal with them. The ones that was already linked in with them, that was actually working for the main ones.
Yeah, because
it's a dangerous game you get in with the main ones.
The ones affiliated with gangs and stuff. Mm-hmm. And it's the main one around there, guys, is the Vice Lords. That's what I'm noticing. Mm-hmm. And yeah. Hey, Jessica. Connie says, happy birthday, Fred.
Thank you.
Which hat does she have on her leg? I guess it's a Playboy bunny. Play with fire, you get burned. That's the thing, people get desperate when they're on drugs and they get involved with people who are involved with some dangerous things. The kids on Ben Hill and Hunter and True through gang signals. Yeah. And it was, he is 49.
49 and feel 29.
Do you?
Yeah.
You're always saying your body hurts.
No, not really.
Did you hear about the Twisted Creep in Greenville?
Yeah, the one that I showed you that with put him out of Don Wells in a way with that animal and all that.
Oh, yeah. So, what was that guy's name again? Let's see, Greenville.
It's right here. I'm going to saved, I think.
Yeah, but I'm been fine. Okay.
Well, I thought I did. I don't listen to
What?
Yeah, I sent it to a few people this morning.
Let me see here. Okay, here we go. This guy named Devin James King. Okay, he's 31 years old, and he was arrested yesterday. No, it says arrested in September. Why are they just now? He was initially arrested in September on 8 counts of aggravated sexual exploitation of a minor. Why did they just not report it? He was initially arrested in September on 8 counts of aggravated sexual exploitation of a minor. Greene County man charged with dozens of child animal sex crimes, Sheriff's Department says. The Greene County Sheriff's Department said a man has been charged with dozens of sex crimes. According to the Greene County Sheriff's Department, an investigation began earlier this year with cyber tips from the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children involving the distribution of CSAM, which is, you guys know, CP. The suspect, identified as 31-year-old Devin James King, was arrested in September on 8 counts of aggravated sexual exploitation of a minor and had his bond set at $200,000. Through the investigation, Greene County said that King's electronic devices were examined to reveal hundreds of images of child pee. Additionally, investigators learned that he sexually abused and exploited 2 minors in his care. On Monday, a Greene County grand jury handed down a presentment, a KPS on King for the following charges. Okay, well, so while he was in jail, so I'm guessing he was in jail for these other crimes, and then more crimes, he was charged with more while in there. And which makes me, I say grand jury on Monday, grand jury, that makes me hopeful that maybe we still could have some grand jury.
Well, that's in Greene County.
Isn't Greene County the same
No,
judge?
Yeah, same judge, but they're in Greene County 3 months, and then Hawkins, and then they rotate them.
Oh,
Hawkins,
shit.
Hamlin, and Greene he handles all 3 counties.
So they that's why it's every 3 months.
Yeah.
Because they have to rotate them.
Yeah, rotate to each county the judge does.
Hey, Beverly. Hey, Tiffany. What did Tiffany say? Oh my God, animals of children. Is that what it's saying? Yes. Then wait till you. It's bad, guys. This guy is really bad. I told Fred when I heard it, I go, these people, he's not going to survive prison or jail. This is so bad. Says trigger warning on this one. On Monday, a Greene County grand jury handed down a presentment KPS on King for the following charges: 3 counts of aggravated R of a child, 9 counts of aggravated sexual battery, 13 counts of especially aggravated sexual exploitation of a minor, 5 counts of sexual exploitation of a minor, and 21 counts of sexual activity with an animal. King's bond for the new charges was set at $1 million. Greene County Sheriff's Department said he is scheduled to be arraigned on November 26th. What the? We should totally be switching around where you sit here and I sit there, and then it will make me look skinnier. So you you're closer to the camera.
Thank you, Tiffany.
Aw. Thank you, Tiffany. Hey, Sue. Thank you. Hey, Jam. Good night, Jessica. Yeah, we're not going to really, we're really just talking about whatever. This just happened to come up. We're not going to just I'm not covering any other cases. I guess this isn't really covering. We're just discussing. Really, we're going to discuss the Summer Wells case, but the thing is, I'm so afraid because I'm mentioning the wrong things because of...
After everything that fell on the lap yesterday and today, or last night, it's hard to decipher through a lot of it. And
actually, it's discouraging to me. Yeah, it's actually discouraging to me because I don't see how we could ever go up against all that.
Ain't no way.
I don't mean just we. I mean, it's a lot. I mean, it seems like a pretty big ring of people, or ring and couple, even more than just one.
More than what we even thought at first.
Somebody contacted me. I will tell you this much. Somebody contacted me today and said that Breonna Tester was unalived because of information that she was turning in on Summer Wells. Then they also told me that Breonna Tester and Layla Santanella were best friends. And then that's why Layla ended up missing after Breonna, because Layla was going to end up talk or something, or was trying to. But the weird thing is, I didn't know that Breonna Tester and Layla Santanella, and I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing their names wrong, but I didn't know they were best friends. And Breonna Tester, she was affiliated, guys. Breonna Tester was affiliated with the Vice Lords.
And Breonna, she's been brought up a lot here lately.
And, oh, look at September Virgo. Happy birthday, Fred. I was just watching her video with the pup. She was wanting to play, but Ziggy was getting her beauty sleep. It's a super chat. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so come to find out, that was really nice, September Virgo. Thank you. I don't mean to ignore it. But yeah, Breonna is the one. She lived, you guys come to find out too, according to this person, Breonna lived with the Wells when she was Hunter's age and would stay there. And this is a girl, you remember, that tried to save that baby or whatever, and was, yeah, so Breonna Tester and Layla were best friends. Breonna Tester was affiliated with the Vice Lords. Same. I don't know, it's creepy. I don't even like talking about it. It makes me sick. Just like when I don't know, it makes me really uncomfortable. But that's all I can really say. Like that. Beyond that, I don't want to really even talk much more about it because it's so scary to think all these people are being unalived and missing because of Summer Wells. I mean, not just Summer Wells. It has to do. It's more than that. It's more than. Brianna Tester did it live with Cam and Allie. No, she was not unless it was before she was killed.
Yeah. That'd be before she was killed.
She was killed in March of
2022.
Yeah.
It's something in 2022.
Yeah, I've been doing a lot of research on it today. She was killed in March of 2022, and then now there was somebody arrested, guys. He's affiliated with the Vice Lords, the one that was arrested in Brianna's death. He's the one, that took the fall or whatever. I guess I don't know, but. So I'm not going to talk too much about that one. Because, I mean, when you start talking about stuff of people, I mean, that's the whole reason supposedly why some of these people are missing, and because they were going to talk, So my understanding, Brianna was supposed to talk, or was supposed to go to the FBI in 2 days, and had something scheduled with the FBI or something. It was, yeah. They could have definitely been talking about Brianna Tester. I mean, she has came up, but I didn't realize she's the one, you remember, who got in trouble. Didn't she get in trouble for like kidnapping a baby? But she said she was doing it to save the child.
I'm not for sure on that.
Yeah, I think that's her. She was the one that was, something.
I know she was Candace's friend or something supposed to be, wasn't it?
She was but she's the one that, if you guys remember early on coming out, she was like the one that tried to take the child or whatever and save some baby, and got in trouble for it. But then claimed she was trying to save the baby. I think she probably, from hearing things now, from what I'm hearing now, I believe that probably is the truth. I mean, she was in the drug game and affiliated with some bad people, but she was trying to leave, from my understanding. She was trying to leave the lifestyle. So yeah, when people, when you're dealing with people like that, then of course there's certain ones they're especially still in the drug scene and around that area, they're not going to be able to talk at all.
And then some of the names that was brought up earlier today, I mean, it can get real dangerous.
Some names that this person was bringing up, that Fred, they were asking Fred if he knew who they were and stuff. And I just didn't know. I didn't know that Brianna and Layla were good friends. Did anybody else know that? Hey, Amos. Ziggy told Fred he made the best choice of his life when he met you and got out of that awful place. Yep.
I know.
Why does Jody keep talking? Because she's not putting out the truth. She's putting out confusion. So that's crazy if she did go on their panel, if Brianna did. It's spelled differently. Holly Lynn Snap is another one that's supposedly connected, is what she said, or what. I mean, which, we already figured about Layla.
Mm-hmm. From the ties.
Because of her boyfriend and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
See, guys, Layla's boyfriend, I don't think he was affiliated. I don't know. I can't remember if he was affiliated. He's affiliated with these people, but I mean, I don't know if he's actually considered part of them or one of them, if you know what I mean. Yeah, Breonna Tester was unalive. Yes, by Billy Anderson. Yeah, that was the one that got arrested. And from my understanding, he was affiliated, like I said earlier. And he's the one that took the fall for her death, I guess, is what this person told me. Somebody has to, and he's going to keep quiet about, anybody else's involvement or the group's involvement or what. Yeah, they're not going to, I'm sure he's not talking. What's Jody been up to lately?
I don't really even know. I went in there one night for a little bit just because she was running her mouth.
Yeah. So I don't know. I'm trying to think. She hasn't really, the last few days.
And she kept erasing
unless you guys
most of my messages. Every time I put anything in the chat, she'd erase most of them.
She hasn't been on lately?
No, she's not been on. She's been posting some, but ain't been live, I don't think.
Dude, kids never sell drugs. And if you do, just definitely never sell drugs for the mafia or any gang. Do it on your, well, no, don't do it all, but I'm just saying, that's just scary.
Once you get in with the big people, there's no only way out's death.
And see, I really believe, Don was getting messing with. He even told us that he freaking used to, go to Mexico and stuff and run drugs. It's like, okay, well, you're probably still hooked up with these people because you can't just, you usually can't just leave.
No, you just can't just.
And plus the people he's having up there and stuff.
They're in control of what you do. And you're obligated to do what they tell you to do when you get in with them like that.
It was Lexi
you
Dykes.
Take a contract pretty much.
Who's Lexi Dykes?
I know Lexi.
I guess she went on panel on Cam and Alley's.
Yeah, Lexi is the one I was telling you that would do an interview with you yesterday. That's his daughter.
Oh, really? Okay. That's so funny. Daniel? Or no, you don't have to say his name because I know how some of these other people, some of these people will end up contacting, but which I guess is fine. I don't really care, but that's funny because Fred was just telling me yesterday, like about that person's dad. You said?
Well, it's actually her uncle.
Uncle.
Well, her dad's brother.
Yeah, that's uncle. So she would have it. That girl would have information. wouldn't she?
Lexi, y'all.
Yeah.
She's young, though.
Yeah. I'm going to try to get a hold of her, the one Fred was saying that's tied to her.
Lexi probably talked to you, too.
I know, but if Lexi's already been interviewed, plus I want to talk, I think the older ones would probably know more.
Nah. It's just hard to understand him a lot of times the way he talks because of where he used a lot of drugs back in the day. So he's one of them that went down in the big drug bust too.
Oh. And I found out I did a little bit of investigate, which is so funny because we were just talking about Blue Solo Cup for you guys. You remember Blue Solo Cup? He would come around and go on PG's panel and come up on my panel and stuff. He had sent me a message early on. I think he forgot and he had told me that he was a certain person's brother-in-law. So I kind of the other day did a little investigation and kind of figured out who I haven't figured out exactly who he is yet, but he was trying to he claimed to be.
But the one he told you that would do an interview with you, he's no longer alive either. No.
You mean the one that Blue Solo Cup was trying to get me? He was like, he had left me a message and said, "Hey, my uncle is." He said my brother-in-law is Mike Lawson.
Mm-hmm.
He would do it. He goes, he would do an interview with you and my nieces and nephews. But so Mike's he's definitely from that area.
Mike passed away in 2023.
Yeah, and that was back in 2022 when Blue Solo Cup sent me that message. This man died the next year.
Mike had just get out of prison at that time. About that time.
See, the only ones that are willing to talk are the ones that are out of the drug game.
His hangout was out there at where Stoney always hung out too. Mike was.
Blue Solo Cup was giving Ernie Shell a lot of money. Yeah, he probably has some money. He has a business of some kind. But I couldn't ever, at first I was interested in what Blue Solo Cup had to say, but I stopped freaking talking with him because he was so full of shit. He was trying to confuse me, and then in the same voicemail he's telling me, but he's like, Mike Lawson told me that Jody Sue's wasn't involved in the drug bust. So it was like he was calling to defend Jody. I was like, okay, didn't know how to take that. Is he defending Jody Sue? Was he trying to cover for Jody Sue in some way, or did he?
I don't think Mike went down in the bust.
No, but he was saying his brother-in-law Mike was telling him that Jody Sue wasn't a snitch in that.
I don't know. He could have been covering up for her because of Sony and all them. Because that's where Mike hung out there at Stoney's. And then Stoney stopping by Andy's work with them in that van with them children.
Thank you, Michelle. They're saying happy birthday, Fred.
Thank you, everybody.
Blue eyes. Let me see who you guys are. They're tight friends. Blue Solo. Huh. Ernie might know Blue Solo Cup, but for real, I mean, gosh, Ernie's from around near there, kind of.
I don't know who you talk like. He was raised up on Long Island in Kingsport. He talked about knowing the Clarks pretty well.
I know, it's too bad that he can't be honest, because if he would be honest, he might be a good person to interview, but he's just not. He's out here, I feel like, part of the confusion crew. I think he's trying to confuse for somebody. Huge one that's trying to confuse. Oh my God. What Andy?
Oh.
Right here. Why is Fred insisting Andy is the main player in the Sun Worlds case? Because he is. Because, I mean, how many times, do we really have to keep this? She knows this. Every single day of her life, it can't be like a big breaking news Summer Wells, okay? Like, dang. We already know why Fred insists Andy, well, what we're insisting, it's not that Fred's not insisting. Actually, that's actually misleading in a way, because Fred's not insisting that Andy is a key player in the Summer Wells case. He's insisting that Andy was on the road that day. That's it.
Mm-hmm. I mean, there's information out in Knoxville that I turned in, but
yeah, that's
from
true.
Somebody.
But as far as what you know for a fact is Andy was on the road, and you know what I mean? Besides his involvement beyond that, or what he was on the road for, we don't know for a fact.
No. I mean, I turned the information in, whether it's true or not, it was,
Him denying being on the road is what makes him sus, and there is, other things himself that he's put out there makes him sus. And the weird stories, and he's lied a lot, and there's just a lot of things. Oh, thank you. Giselle said, happy birthday, Fred, and hi, Ziggy, you both look so good. Oh, hey, pretty sweet pea. So,
but I wouldn't even know nothing about Andy being in Knoxville and all that if it hadn't been for DJ Smiths,
And that's another thing. The woman I don't know. I better be quiet because I'm going to be quiet because I don't know how much will allow me to put out. I better talk to her first before I just start. Because I never want to break anybody's trust if they don't want me putting certain things out, but still, like, you guys know, I talk to you guys openly pretty much about everything. There's some I also hate when people come on, like creators come on and act like they have information top secret information that they can't, and they sit there and keep it like to themselves. It's almost because it makes them feel powerful in some way or it's stupid. I hate that shit. So I really try not to do that stuff, but when it gets to be dangerous, you really do. And plus, the dangerous part, there's that. No, Andy wasn't meeting a girlfriend out there.
Mm-hmm.
No, that's not what he was doing, because he would just said that. I mean, why would he care about lying about if he was meeting a girlfriend out there? Him and Jody Sue broke up like pretty much immediately after Summer went missing. And I bet anything is because I would be pissed too if I were Jody and my dude was in the drug game and he got them involved in some major debt with some freaking gang or the cartel or some shit, and freaking put my life in danger like that. Hell yeah, I would, or put my life and my family's life, my children's life.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'd be fucking pretty pissed. So, and then thinking the position that Jody Sue would be in, she couldn't talk about anything because then, she would be dead. Really, I mean, it is dangerous. That's why what makes me upset with Jody Sue, though, she has the opportunity. There's so many people on here that would help her get away from that area. Her and her daughter. And then she would be more free to speak. But she hasn't taken that opportunity. She stays there and insists on Andy not being on the road. And I don't get that. Like, Mm-mm. I wish Jody Sue would get away from that area with her daughter. I really do. And just not tell anybody besides law enforcement where she's at or whatever. And Marlena too, Crawford, she needs to get away from her too, unless I don't know how much her freaking, I don't know. Yeah, thank God that Fred was able. I think all the time I'm like, oh my God, things could have turned out so differently. You know, what if I was always so worried that Fred was going to end up, you know, unalived. That's how they keep you trapped, guys, is with the drugs. That part is what they keep you trapped when you're addicted and you have to have it to survive and to continue to get out of bed, to work. Yeah, like it's really hard to escape. And if you have, can you imagine how many people probably has information it has that they're holding on to and how much it probably eats at them and they can't talk about it because their, you know, family be killed or they'd be killed or whatever. Because I mean, I'm talking about with the Summerwell situation, and I'm talking about specifically like Beach Creek. There's a lot of people that have information on this situation, like just like can't talk because they just can't talk. Because not only that, because there's people in higher positions tied to some of these people. I know. So she should. I mean, I know she could have got away from there. I think people would have. I mean, because now at this point, she has no reason to stay there in that area, really. Wolfie says, I think Fred is the most honest one in the whole case, and I've never thought he was involved in any way, shape, or form. Yeah, me either, Wolfie. When I first met him, I was like shocked because I was like, you're the scary man that ever, you know, because I was scared. I was kind of nervous, you know, but just I guess everybody else was scared of you too because nobody else would go out there and talk to you. And it's funny though, in a way.
And it's probably because they talked to some of the others around the area, you see, and they probably was letting on like I was this or that to them just to keep them from even trying to come to talk to me.
And we were talking today also about how Don tried to get you to go with him to negotiate that deal with his drug dealer or whatever. For those who don't remember that story, guys, that's some crazy shit.
But it makes you wonder if that was true or not, or whether they just trying to get me in Knoxville or whether
yeah, he was trying to freaking. Was he?
Where I couldn't talk.
Was he? What would have happened if Fred would have went with? What do you guys think would have happened to Fred if he would have went with Don that night when Don asked him to go with him to Knoxville to negotiate a drug debt? What do you guys think would have happened? What do you guys think was really going on with that? Like, I'm just racking my brain on what the plan was. Was he really going to negotiate a drug debt, or was he going to try to get Fred wrapped up into some bullshit so he couldn't speak out on the Summer Wells case? Or was he planning on would Fred ever came back from that?
Mm-hmm.
What was he planning on doing something? What was that whole thing? Why did he want Fred to go with him?
That's what I wonder.
Didn't he keep begging you?
Well, he just kept on and on there. He come to 3 times that night trying to get me to go. And then last time he come is when he was talking about, well, not, yeah, the last time he talked about having the calling DCS come get the boys. So.
Oh, I know. It was good, Val, but hey, it had me on the edge of my seat talking to Fred. Seriously, the first day it was like, oh my gosh, I could have talked forever to him forever because it was so. I was so into the case, and he had just so much information at the time. Now it's normal to me, but when I first met him, I was like, just like, oh my God, like listening to everything. Yeah. Genuinely shocked. Thank you, Crazy Betty. She says, happy birthday, Fred.
Thank you.
Yeah, I don't, another person gone, in my opinion. You think that he wouldn't have came? Because I was just thinking that. I'm like, oh my God. Like, after. Bandit.
He won't fly.
He wants Fred to play with a.
Silly thing.
If I had information concerning dangerous people, I'd write it out, make several copies, mail it to trusted Ellie and family members in case something happens to myself. The best way too is to just email them if you're not wanting to be identified, make a fake email and contact them, email them at tips at tbi.gov or something like that. You can find it online. Just email them the information you have and send it anonymously. It is very scary, though. I don't know I don't know how to even move forward. It makes me think, how do you even move forward with something like this when you're just I'm pretty freaking certain in this and the type of people that are involved in this. And we're not talking, it's just not one person. You can't just say one person. It's not like one person. That's like, everybody's like, who took Summer? Who took Summer? It wasn't one person. It was like a group effort.
And then they're connected into other missing and deceased people too. A lot of the characters.
Yeah, and then today, for the first time, we're hearing, Jason Arnold's death that happened before even Summer Wells could be connected to the same group.
Yeah.
And the way that I don't know, the way I'm hearing these people, I mean, they're not being shot, the way they're being killed, and some of them, and it's different. They're all, there's a pattern.
Well, it just depends on which gang you have to do it,
Dice Star says, happy birthday, Fred, all the way from Australia.
Thank you.
But see, that's why Jody Sue says, "Oh, we're trying to get her killed. We're trying to get her killed," because she knows what's all involved. That's what it feels like, anyways. So what's what it seems like. These stupid ads that come up over the chat now are so annoying.
Yeah, you've been doing mine a little bit for.
Do you guys know if there's a way to turn those off? I never saw a lady come on again. We used to go over the Chris Watts case. Oh, who's that? I know the Chris Watts case. That's the second case I know. I mean, I obviously know Summerwell's case. That's the number one. Here, you want me to turn that off? Oh. It's 11/11 on 11/11. 11/11 on 11/11. That's like, we had it. It's like kissing under the mistletoe type thing. You have to, right?
I was in jail 11/11/2011.
You want your phone so you can participate in chat with us? Where you go? If I just believe right from my first video. Yeah, so there's a certain ones who are purposely in the chats. The ones that are actively working to try to cause confusion, though, they should definitely be ashamed. It's one thing to be afraid of speaking out because of, for fear of your family. That's totally understandable. But to come out here and put out, lies intentionally, is a whole other, that's disgusting. It's like they are. Most of these people are. There are people, I guarantee, who are being paid to purposely do this shit. I know that sounds crazy, guys, but once we find out all the people, the real truth of what really happened to Summerwells, yeah, I think you guys are going to be shocked of what all it entails. Like, I'm talking even probably certain YouTubers, like part of the confusion crew, like the part of, intentionally put into the community. Yeah. Oh, there's all kinds of money being exchanged. It's a group of them. I mean, these organizations, they have lots of money. Always when they get these busts, you always hear of them finding all this cash and stuff. There's money. There's money to be paid or to pay people. Thank you for being a member for 5 months, Connie. Appreciate your support. Oh, trying to be like Killer Looks with his pin map. Yeah. You were so worried. Yeah, I was worried too. I was always so freaking nervous until he got up here, and I'm still nervous. There was something I was just about to get into or talk about, but then the certain people who are in the community purposely causing confusion. there's certain one, especially speaking of Ryan's Truth. There's a certain one, MPG. Oh. Okay, come up here. The whole family. Okay. There's a certain one, a person in Beech Creek who is talking to PG, who's all in the community. There's several of them, but this one in particular has been talking to people like Ryan and PG and putting out all kinds of lies about Fred. And which it makes it highly, highly suspicious because this woman was married to Cotton Simpson, and she was also married to.
She wasn't married to Pete.
Oh, well, she was with Pete.
I mean, she married to him in the past, I think.
Yeah, but they were together.
When they lived here in Indiana. For a little bit.
So it makes it, and also her stepson, too, is the one that showed JLR around in that video. So.
And he's the same one that I hauled that motorcycle for that day back to Ben Hill Road from Lone Star.
His name has came up several times. So this woman is highly, highly suspicious. And I don't know what she's definitely up to some fuck shit. She's also in that same video that JLR and the guy's in. That's her stepson. She's in that video too. She's in it talking about how much loves watching the Summer Wells case. But we've been trying to find that.
Yeah, that's where I seen most of the Summer Wells case before you had come down and stuff. When I'd go and visit her place and use the Wi-Fi, and they was always watching it on the big screen TV.
So yeah, that's the only time that you had ever seen anything about YouTube before I had even came down there. Yeah. Like Fred had not got into the YouTube stuff at all before I got down there.
I mean, I did go at once, and I talked to one psychic or something other in their chat once that time, and they wanted me to go and check a certain area out for them at the Wellses.
Yeah, and Fred went into Dawn let Fred actually Fred asked Dawn, right?
Yeah, that was after they done leaved everything out and everything.
Fred went up there and asked Dawn if he could search the property, and it was for
search a certain spot in the property.
Which it was actually for a psychic here on YouTube. He can't remember who it was, but it was before, and I don't know who it was. I'm kind of wondering if it was that psychic that was with that Raven person or something. You guys remember that Raven situation? I'm wondering if it was that person. But this psychic Fred was in their chat, and this was before what was that, like your one time you were in a chat or something before?
Well, they was just asking, when she was talking and stuff, she said she wished that she knew a local that lived close by that could go and check a certain spot. And I just dropped in chat. I said, well, I'm a neighbor, you know. Mm-hmm. And then they asked if I could, she was describing a certain area. And I said, well, it sounds pretty legit what you're describing and stuff. Where she was talking about, she felt like Summer went and stuff.
And it was on the Wells property?
Yeah. She talked like she went out, like Summer had went out the bottom door and was running from Candace or something. And she's running towards her swing that way and went through off that bank and stuff and ended up getting hurt or something other, and the way she was laying, people couldn't see her.
Bandit's acting rambunctious, dude. He's like a or like a child that
Everybody sees him calm down most time. He gets wound up. So I went and checked that certain area, you know, and
I'm wondering. I was bringing that up because I was wondering if any of you guys like know who that was. My phone's going to freaking die. Oh, Juanita. Yeah, was it Juanita? Had the little dog and went to Summer's Prairie. Was it Juanita? That's who I was thinking.
Oh, I don't know. She didn't act like she was around close nowhere as the person that was the psychic or whatever. She didn't visit or nothing. All that.
There's a woman high up in Summer's case. Oh, I'm sure there's a lot of people, like, it's a big ring of people. I don't know. Kind of discouraging because it's... Huh?
I said, excuse me. I kind of burped.
It's a ring of people, but for sure, but it's like I was saying, it was discouraging because it seems so overwhelming. I don't know how. That's why they said they've never dealt with something like this before, and that's for real, you know. Definitely somebody like Hawkins County, a place like Hawkins County, never had would have dealt with something like this before.
Mm-mm.
Bandit, you're making gross noises. Sounds disgusting.
But I feel like Hawkins County even get worse with the new sheriff. I don't know.
Yeah. From what you know about that
From
one?
what I already know and seen with my own eyes and stuff.
And what you've heard, I mean, when you're in you know which cops, if there are any that are crooked. And we were talking about even how like dirty bondsmen and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
That's a big one.
Yep.
Fred was talking about certain ones he knew, like he'd be somewhere and like he was talking about something. We don't have to say, we're not going to say any names or anything like that, but you're just talking about
the Kingsport area.
Yeah, certain bondsmen in that area, which were Fred was somewhere, and this guy's like, "Oh, my bondsman's about to come over with some dope or something."
He said his bondsman was getting ready to come, and I was there waiting on some dope, and I'm like,
"Well, I better get the fuck out of here then."
Yeah, and he's like, "He's one that's bringing it," and I'm like, "Oh, what?"
And you saw the dude too and everything. So yeah, there's a lot of crooked people, like crooked people in a.
He actually got in trouble a couple of years ago. I think it was finally got charged for something like that, you know, some of it. I think.
Oh, okay. Reckon when they surround. Oh, Brandon Clark's up. Brandon Clark was Brandon Clark out there that day?
I seen Brandon Clark on Lone Star that evening because I seen several people at that place.
No, he does have, I mean, a little bit of a hunchback. Somebody was saying that, and I contacted Donna about that and just wondered if that could, I don't possibility.
I mean, on the 15th, him and several others was at a certain place that evening, you know, that I seen. That's what was confused me a little bit with a little bit of Donna's reading, you know.
Mm-hmm. Picatazos. What's that mean? Fighting over the same spot. Pikazoos. Pikazoos. Am I saying that right? Aww. They sound cute. But, that name, Reach, that's interesting. You mentioned that name because the woman I'm talking about is that man's stepmom. And she's all over the YouTube community putting out straight up lies about the Summer Wells case and about Fred. And she happened to be married to that man, Brandon Clark's dad. And she was married to Cotton Simpson at one point, too.
Yeah, but I think her and Pete had got a divorce, but she started dating him again, I think it was.
I don't know, but she's tied to a lot of the freaking people surrounding this.
Yeah, but when Summer went missing and stuff, her and Pete wasn't dating or nothing. Pete was dating another woman at that time and living with her on Lone Star.
Oh, I love Heartland. You know what? Heartland, that was one of Jim's favorite shows ever. That's funny you mentioned Heartland. I don't know. Fred probably would like that show too, yeah? Yeah, he probably would. It's a good one. Did you really, Carrie? You sent Donna Pixum yesterday? That's crazy. Because I messaged Donna about him yesterday. I swear. We're afraid we don't want to just be, just randomly, I don't know. Don't want to just put people out there like that. But I mean, Fred did see, in his defense, Fred did see him that day.
I've seen several different people that day at certain different places and stuff, and it's just hard to tie it in,
But that doesn't mean really anything, though, because this isn't something that just
a different day or something,
Yeah, this wasn't just something that happened on the 15th, and that's it. This is something. There's several transactions, in my opinion, being passed off several times, probably.
Well, DJ even talked about them switching between several vehicles in a short period of time.
Yeah, I'm sure purposely. It's probably just a way to try to.
He says confuse. So they done that. So if they seen her in a certain vehicle, if they did stop it, she wouldn't be in that vehicle.
They'd be telling people to be on the lookout for this certain vehicle. There was a sighting, but yet she'd be in a different vehicle because she'd already switched to a different one.
Yeah, from my understanding, she was handed between 3 different vehicles in probably a 15 to 20 minute time period or less.
Yeah, so we have more confirmation today, too, that Fred was purposely sent to Knoxville. I guess I can't say it was more confirmation, really. It's just more, it just seems so. The person I was talking about, they actually know. I was talking to somebody who knows Dennis Smith.
Mm-hmm.
And I was talking to them about if they thought, I was asking their opinion, if they thought that they sent Dennis Smith there and Fred, if they purposely put Fred there with Dennis Smith. And she was like, absolutely, and I was like, I know so strongly.
Well, she said that they was trying to set me up. Oh, she thought or understood or something. When you asked that, she said, yeah, that they put us together pretty much, but it was to try to set me up or something, wasn't it?
Well,
what she tried to say.
I took the set you up thing as I thought that they were others were trying to set you up. I mean, certain ones you've definitely been made the scapegoat by several people. Yeah, exactly, Val. How odd that Fred just happens to go to this halfway house in Knoxville, guys, of all places.
And see, he just there about a week before I got there.
And yeah, and then the guy had just got there. Just
I don't even think
you
it's
need to probably turn that light on so that it comes on when cars pass and stuff, so that we know when there's somebody out there. So it comes on automatically. Thanks. So, okay, so we're talking about how odd that was. It doesn't seem fair to Fred that they did that, really. You know, I kind of feel some sort of, I don't know how I feel. Oh, you're laying on his little tail. Okay, I got him out. When you have hair this luxuriously long, it gets stuck places. It just feels so like that was done purposely. Because, like I said, Fred was supposed to get out. It was like, I don't know, it was December 20 something. I thought, or maybe even 12th. I don't know. But he didn't end up getting transferred till February 6th. And it was to Knoxville, of course, of all places, like within a mile of all these motels. Like they were right all there, these like certain motels that is rumored that this Playboy character, you know, where Don would frequent.
From where I was at the halfway house, I had, when I went to meetings and stuff, I have to pass him 2 of them motels just to go to the meeting every day, you know.
Yeah, you can't tell me that law enforcement didn't purposely put him in Knoxville. And then secondly, you can't tell me that they didn't purposely wait all the way till February 6th to transfer him for a certain reason, because his time was up in the middle of December. Geez, at least they could have at least told you thank you. I don't know, something. Thank you for doing an extra couple months in jail. Oh, I don't think PG means well when she says things like Fred had Summer's head in a box. I don't believe that. She comes up with some doozies. I think if you mean well in the Summer Wells case,
that was coming from
Linda Head
and somebody else.
Yeah, but she's purposely, yeah, that's true, but she needs to take responsibility for some of the stuff she freaking says on her channel, though. I mean, I know. PG did tell Fred happy birthday today.
Yeah, she'll send messages and ask me all kinds of questions and stuff,
and then yeah, talk shit like the next day. That's the thing about her is, you know, and he'll try to help her with stuff, and then she flips. She purposely, we've caught her. She's lied intentionally so many times about the information he gave her and twisted it and and she just says things and nobody asks for any type of proof or any she'll just say, oh, Laura said this, or I called and I found out this, and it's complete lies. That is not okay. Like that is not somebody who means well at all. Like if you really wanted justice for Summer Wells, then you wouldn't intentionally put out falsities in her name or anything to do with her case.
And usually
just because you're mad at somebody or something, or
usually if I send something to a different creator or whatever, I usually send them where the information come from, everything, to even contact the one that had said it, you know.
Different people and places that day. 15th is the day you're speaking about Fred seeing several people that day. Yeah, he saw several people that day. It was the 15th. But that doesn't mean any, you know.
But that was after 6.
There was a drug stop that afternoon that Fred made. And there was several people there.
And that was after 6, something under 6 when I stopped there.
And everybody, you know how much, yeah, PG for her to do that to me is bullshit. After I mean, how many freaking migraines I'd get for having to deal with her on my panel and having to deal with people hating me because I was having her as a guest and stuff. You know, I didn't know what to do. I had people, you know, people loved her but hated her. You know, they took it out on me, but they love her. You know, there'd be like 1,500 in chat when she would be a guest sometimes because people loved arguing with her. But they hate her at the same time. People would be like, you know, you over on other channels talking about, well, I don't know why Ziggy lets that freaking lunatic woman, you know, on her panel. And even can't make anybody happy. So I kept encouraging PG to make her own channel, you know. So I'm the one that encouraged her to do all that. She says, but she's a sneaky snake. PG cussed out Don B. Oh, really? Oh shit, my phone's about to die on here. I need to figure out if I can pull it up.
What is it?
My phone's about to die. So I'm going to try to so give me one. Actually. 1 second. Okay, sorry about that. I had to switch devices before that one died. Oh shit! But then here, actually, we'll do this. I don't know. Maybe. Let's see. Hopefully, this will work. Okay. Can you guys hear us okay? I'm hoping. Let me see.
You know, straight back up.
This one's different, I think. It's like, looks different. But I can't see my, she's a church lady. I can't see my comments. Or I guess I could look at yours. I look different on this phone than the other one. Stupid ads. I'm not sure what you mean. Stop the BS. I don't know what that way after 6 you said that day. I went back and listened places was definitely said first people before people have I don't know what you're talking about. You're gonna have to talk in English. PG is saying Marlena was never investigated for fraudulent birth certificates. I don't know. How's she know?
She gonna buy Marlena's word. Just like Marlena tried to say that she went for a lie detector and stuff. She didn't go for no lie detector. Only two that took one was Dawn and Candace.
Right.
In summer schools.
Where's my PG and Don Wells Church are the same? Well, yeah, I mean, they both claim to have the Sabbath Saturday or whatever. Well, according to Fred was in jail with a guy who was, and I don't want to, Marlena got really upset when I talked about her last, so I'm not trying to like sit there and focus on her too much. I'm not sure that she's really exactly, I think she probably knows stuff, but as long as she's told law enforcement, that's all that matters. But I don't know. She got really upset when I talked about her last time. Not that I really care too much, but I'm also not really trying to intentionally upset her. But I didn't know where I was going with that. Let's see, where was the comment that? Where was? Oh, birth certificates. But Fred was in jail. With that, we'll just say real quick, Fred was in jail with a good friend of hers who was stating that he was actually talking with law enforcement about something with Marlena and birth certificates. I guess he was using it as a way to try to get out of some kind of trouble or something.
I guess. So you shared the cell with the one that Ricky or Marlena's brother went down with all them guns and dope and all that in Churchill. Yeah. He was sharing the cell with him at the time. 105.
Totally agree. As long as she has told law enforcement if anything she knows. Yeah, I'm not trying to torment people or anything, but I just as long as people, like, yeah, as long as she's told law enforcement all she knows, you know what I'm saying? And don't come on here telling lies, though, because if you come on here telling lies, I'm going to have to freaking correct them. If I know better, you know? But of course, what do we really know? No. I mean, we just can go by what we.
I mean, just like she was trying to say, like Cotton was at my house and stuff on the 15th, all that. Cotton never came to my house until way after someone went missing.
Right.
The first time.
Yeah, that just doesn't make sense. And then she also said something like you were hiding drugs for her. And then she said recently that on D's that you were hiding drugs for Dawn or something, something like stupid. It's like, oh my gosh. These people, the more they talk, the more stupid. They just make themselves sound worse, in my opinion. The volume is really low. Is it? Huh. Okay, how about now? They're hiding drugs and want to give them back to the wells. Are you serious, Ratch? Nuh-uh. Colin's first time at house was, after Summer's disappearance was the first time Fred met Cotton. Wasn't till after Summer went missing. He's only met Cotton twice before, and they were both the incidents were after Summer went missing. And the things that he was saying, it was concerning, and that's what got Fred to tell law enforcement the stuff he was saying, because he was saying weird things about Summer Wells and inappropriate stuff and acting like he had information, No, he didn't have anything to do with Cotton's death. No, he wasn't friends with. He didn't know Cotton like that. But he met Cotton through Cotton's cousin.
Marvin's one introduced me to Cotton.
Mm-hmm. Lisa said that Candace took drugs to Fred's to hide, and Don went to get them, and he wouldn't return. Fred wouldn't return them. What kind of drugs? That's funny. Did Candace take Did they take drugs down to you to hide? And did you guys
No, I wasn't in there. So how is that supposed to be possible?
Yeah, when did that happen? When was that supposed to? You can. Yeah, well, that's Laura. You're gonna have to talk to Laura with why Laura said Cotton became a nuisance. She was meaning Dawn.
She was talking about Dawn.
She meant Dawn. She got it confused. And you're gonna have to talk to Laura.
We eventually run Dawn off because he would stay there all the time, coming every little bit, hours of the night, day, night, just non-stop. And the only thing he was doing, trying to pump me for information on what I had turned into law enforcement, was the only reason he was coming.
Yeah. We can't help what Laura says. What Laura says, you can't sit here and say, Laura says this. Well, go talk to her, because Fred says what he says, and he's, we're not going to change. He's not going to change what he knows is truth for you. No. Aw, thank you, Sage. She said happy birthday.
As far as I know, Cotton was only at my place twice, unless he'd come by or something and I wasn't there or something, and Laura may have been there. I don't know. She's never mentioned it to me.
Was Cotton married when he messed with Candace?
I know he had been staying with his sister, supposedly.
But this is just what Cotton was saying, though, and he was too. Who knows, like, if it was true? Because law enforcement told Fred I guess he's considered clinically insane or something. Yeah. So, like, he has some kind of brain damage, I think, or something. I forget what was wrong.
His sister was his overseer.
Yeah, so he had a guardian, guys. So he wasn't quite right. So that's why people didn't know whether or not, when he would say stuff, he would say crazy things. That's what you guys don't get.
Then see, what was it, 5 or 6 days before they found him or whatever, his sister had filed that protective order against him.
Him and his sister, his sister filed a protective order against him 5 days before he went missing.
But see, he was driving his sister's vehicle over that day that he had come to the house and stuff.
So there's like a lot of the family were having problems with him. So who knows? Like there was, I guess he changed a lot from his drug use and stuff over the years. Sometimes that does stuff, it does something to people. Aww. Angel and Earth said happy birthday. Get some cake or breakfast. That's sweet. Thank you.
Thank you.
Remember some creator a long time claimed her dad owned a campground somewhere near there. Who was that? A creator that Fred has interesting. Do you have your mic on there? And he keeps cutting out.
No worries, you asking me.
Hold on. They were saying you were cutting out. I can turn the mic volume up completely. I don't know. Did the volume change completely or when we had to switch devices? But the question I was asking is, Rach says, remember some creator long ago claimed her dad owned a campground somewhere near there. Who was that? A creator her dad owned a campground.
I don't know. Who that would be.
I guess, would that be Nana's Angels or something? Or
seemed like somebody
Shay's
did say
Safe Place or something? Day.
Seemed like something about Nana's Angels or something. Seemed like somebody mentioned it the other day, but I'm not for sure.
Hey, Tanya. Nana for Life's dad.
I don't really know.
Oh, Nana for Life's dad owned a campground. Yeah.
I was thinking Nana for Life.
I'm coming in well? Okay, well, here. Let me switch mics. I talk loud, though, so he talks quietly. You can hear both. Okay.
You sure it's better now?
What might jog my memory? I don't need anything jogged. I freaking live it every freaking day. I know what you're talking about. I know what you're talking about Laura saying that. But Fred is still sticking to that. Cotton was there only twice. It was Dawn.
I mean,
yeah.
Laura's there quite a bit, by herself.
Yeah, Laura would be there by. You remember how many times? Do you guys remember on my lives how many times I went by there? And one of my lives, my videos, and it would just be Laura there. I mean, so Fred wasn't always there. So maybe he was coming by and Laura didn't say anything. But no, I mean, as far as I know, the nuisance was Don Wells.
Yeah.
So I can't help it. You're going to have to go ask Laura again why she said that and what she really meant. Like, I'm not sure.
'Cause a lot of
But I
times
know what you're talking about.
when I went out to do something a lot of time, Laura stayed home.
I mean, I feel like anything we say is not going to be sad. It's not going to satisfy you. You're going to come up with anything you can. I mean, it's just ridiculous.
Cause I did
I know, Val, and that these
to keep
people.
Laura out of a lot of the drug transactions and stuff like that, just in case I did get caught for my stupid activity. At least she wouldn't be going down, you know.
Oh no, the jail call between you and Fred, Ziggy, and the interview with Laura. What? I don't. What about the jail call? I live with him. I don't need to go listen to a call with him. I can ask him right here. God. If he was such a liar, I would I've never caught Fred, you guys. I'm not even playing. I've never caught Fred in one lie in the whole time I've known him. And like in my last relationship, I'm not even joking. He lied. I would catch him in lies every freaking day, every hour, you know. Bless his heart. No, seriously, like, yeah, I don't know. Just because somebody doesn't repeat something exactly the same, or they mention something they didn't mention before, you know. But you know what is real weird though is like the day of, though, on the June 15th, when they asked Andy if he was on the road. That's weird. When he said he couldn't remember.
Yeah,
Now that's comical.
Like he had several different vehicles, didn't even know.
Yeah, why don't you go ask Andy about that? Stop the BS. That'd be a good. That's something that is straight up BS. The cops were laughing big time. Yeah, cops thought it was really funny that Fred or that
about Andy.
Yeah, about how Andy couldn't remember what he was driving that day, the day of.
It didn't take him but a second to refresh his memory.
Yeah, yeah. Maybe we need to go talk to him. Now that's weird. The other stuff that you're being nitpicky. You're just being nitpicky about stupid stuff. Oh, because I repeat something wrong about the junkyard, or Laura said that they made it, or whatever. I never stood behind anybody's word but Fred's. And if I repeat something wrong, I'm the one that has bad memory. It's actually Fred's memories is pretty good. Oh, thank you, Kat in the chat. It said, coming in late, but happy birthday, Fred. Probably because he drove so many vehicles that day. Yeah, go ask Andy, like, why people come up to him and ask him if he wants to purchase humans. There's no legit ask questions where I'm asking or answering a question. There's not been anything. Oh, that's an interesting one, Tanya. Can you guys explain why the fire department was always involved in the interviews and or the award funds or whoever the one guy is? The fire department?
Mhm.
Who is it that's tied to the fire department in that area? Isn't there
There's
somebody?
several that's tied to the fire department in that area.
I forgot. I remember you were talking about a fire department recently. Not that one on the map. I'm talking about. We were talking about a certain somebody that was the chief or. Oh, I don't remember.
And there's always a lot of pictures of summer around fire trucks and stuff too, if you pay attention. You know,
Huh?
a lot of pictures of summer around fire engines and. Fire
Oh
trucks
yeah,
and
that's
stuff
something
a
that
lot.
Fred brought up too recently. He brought it to me. He's like, why is there so many pictures of summer around fire trucks and the fire departments and stuff like that? I don't know if there's something symbolic or Churchill Rescue. To find legit questions. Yeah, which ones are the legit questions? I haven't heard any really legit question. There wasn't any question you asked. You'll have to ask Laura about why she said that. Because that's not what Fred remembers. Do you know anyone from Churchill with the last name Christian?
Yeah.
Related to the lights?
I don't know about related to the lights or whatever, but depends on the first names, you know. There's one Christian that was, what was it, the mayor or something of, oh shoot, Mount Carmel, and something with the fire department too. He was the chief of police of the fire department and was the mayor too for a while, and then he got caught with trying to give crack cocaine to prostitutes or whatever. Some kind of exchange there he got charged with.
Hmm.
I was actually locked up with him too. They brought him in.
Really?
Before I got out.
That's crazy. The fire you were locked up with that's right, you were telling me about you were locked up with that dude. That's what I was trying to think of.
Came because they wasn't bringing breakfast and dinner at exact certain hour and stuff because they'd be 5 minutes late or something. Then they just make everybody suffer and be 30 more minutes late because, you know.
I see. That's what I was thinking about because I remember you telling me about. I knew there was something with a fire chief or
He was
something.
in cell B 104 or no 3. I was in 104 before they moved me up to 204.
Hey Ava, we do anything fun? Not really, but I was trying to think if we did anything fun for your birthday. It's like not really, just you know how it is getting when you get old. There's nothing exciting about it. Nothing too exciting about a birthday.
It's just another day.
Why does these stupid ads keep popping up?
It's aggravating on my phone. I don't know, every few seconds.
Mocking me for questioning what was stated by Fred and Laura the same. Fred in jail, Laura at home then. Now it has completely changed. You're not making sense. You sound drunk or high. You're not making sense at all. I'm not mocking you. I'm just saying you're just trying to cause problems. I'm just saying you need to go ask Laura, and you need to leave. You're annoying. I'm not going to argue with people. I don't mind answering. We don't mind answering questions, but
I mean,
we're not going to.
they've come in many chats and asked these same questions over and over and over and over.
Yeah,
Like
and then you
I asked
answer,
them
and then it's like, do
5,000
you
times.
answer again? And then it's like, it's not an acceptable answer, and they just want. I'm like, oh my god, dude, come on! How many times do we have to tell you go ask Laura about that? And I wouldn't blame her if she doesn't respond to you because she's probably tired of it.
No, I know she ain't gonna respond to them.
Oh, you're saying Blue Solo Kep's last name is Christian, is what you're thinking. Is this guy is his brother-in-law Mike Lawson? Because Blue Solo Kep's got a brother-in-law named Mike Lawson. He's deceased now, so that's why I feel okay saying it. He didn't know. Fred didn't know. No, Val. Fred did not know Cotton before Summer went missing.
I know who he was, but no, I never talked to him.
Oh, you knew who he was, but you had
Yeah.
never like talked to him until the first time you talked to him was after Summer went missing, though, right?
Yeah, after someone was.
Because you know how you can know of people and hear of people, just like he knows of Frank Light, but he hasn't ever met
I've
him.
never talked to Frank. I know
So
who he is, I've never talked to him.
yeah, you
Just-
will see
just by
people
seeing
in
each
town or something. You'll know or recognize them. It doesn't mean you know them. When you live somewhere your whole life, like.
I mean, I was a neighbor of Frank Light's for a while.
So you guys, these people are being
never
just so
spoke to him.
picky about stuff, like what they say. They'll
Could
be
you
like,
imagine going by Frank Lights and him and his boyfriend out there and there's nothing on, really? Whatever you want to call them, I can't think what.
G-strings,
Well,
Speedos.
I call them Speedos, but be out there mowing their front yard.
Oh. Yeah,
You
so
see, I feel like Don tried to throw him under the bus first because when he mentioned that yellow sedan, see, that's what Frank Light drove.
oh really?
Yeah, I mean, there are pictures on the phone of it. What I've got.
Yeah, because most people would know of his crime is pretty bad, so that'd be an easy one to. It's real bad, actually, not pretty bad. It's really bad, so it'd be an easy one to put a crime on,
Mm-hmm.
Glenda's watching. Why do you say Glenda's watching? Oh, Glenda has. So why is my name always here? Well, Glenda, we would like to know the same thing. Actually, wouldn't you? We'd like to know why you go around saying Fred had Summer's head in a box. Why are you saying that kind of stuff? What are you trying to hide? I mean, yeah. I mean, that's concerning, Glenda. So of course we're gonna bring that up. We're gonna if you're going to go around and say things about Fred that aren't true, it's going to bring attention to you. So I'm pretty sure you had his name in your mouth before the other way around. I don't remember ever talking about you before. Seriously. Besides the fact that Fred would go there for Wi-Fi. I think that might have, in the driveway, I think I might have mentioned that. But besides that, I don't think you were ever brought up in a negative way until after you started saying lies to PG. For what? It makes no sense. Why would you want to do that? And the only thing that makes sense about it is because you're tied to people somehow. You're purposely trying to confuse or something, because why are you saying this stuff? It doesn't. Why would you be mad at Fred and lie about Fred? Because that's the only reason why you would lie, because unless you're just wanting attention, which is a sick thing to do in a child's case.
I guess they thought their names wouldn't come up after doing that interview with JLR and stuff, you know. You're going to do an interview and then not expect your name to come up? Come on now.
Glenda had an interview with them.
Well, she walked up to him and was talking to JLR.
Oh, yeah. Well, and yeah,
Brandon,
talking to Ryan with PG with this bullshit and stuff. Yeah, and six up like the haters. What? When Fred's trying to help and stuff, and you know that he's been trying to help, legit trying to help. So why are you trying to throw a wrench in that? That doesn't make sense unless there's something you're hiding. Otherwise, we wouldn't have any reason to bring you up. We try not to bring people up unless it's like, we try not to say their names, but well, except if you're doing sus shit like that, that's weird. People, it's crazy how people sit there and they talk shit about like Fred or myself, but then when we respond and put the truth out there, we're suddenly the bad people, and we're the ones that's being, we're the bad ones. We're the dramatic ones, It's like, no, we're just putting out the truth. You lied about us, so we have to actually. And then it makes you wonder too, why are these people doing those things? So then you start looking into them even more, right? Like, I never looked into like Glenda Head and stuff before.
No, I don't think Glenda had nothing to do with it.
No, but I think she has knowledge, probably, in my opinion. But that's just my opinion.
I mean,
she's tied to way too many people close to that crew to not have, and it's weird that she's in here trying to freaking cause problems and putting out lies about Fred. Like, if you don't want shit talked about yourself, then you would just stay quiet. If you don't want to get involved in it and stuff, then you would just stay quiet. But no, you're bringing attention to yourself and getting yourself involved, like, and then saying stuff about Fred and then he's going to have to obviously respond. Especially you're saying things like so bad, like he had Summer's head in a box. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's, insane. That's not even it's not like little stupid shit. Like,
and she was one trying to say that it was Laura driving Cotton Simpson's vehicle and stuff. And
that was Marvin Simpson.
That was Marvin Simpson.
Marvin Simpson has really blonde hair, but
me and Cotton and Marvin had rode two Glendas, and Marvin was driving, sitting in there.
Her eyes must be really bad, and just saw blonde hair and thought it was Laura. I guess. I don't know.
That was the first time that Cotton ever come to the house, because Marvin was driving his vehicle in, drove into the house when he first come tried to buy the boat.
Who is Glenda Head? Glenda Head is...
The second time Cotton came to the house, he was by himself, but Marvin was there helping me that day. Marvin was.
Glenda Head is Cotton Simpson's ex-wife and also Pete Clark's longtime girlfriend / ex-wife. She also is the stepmother of the guy that was showing JLR around in that video. And she was also in that video with JLR and talked to JLR. And she's in chats, and she's the main one giving misinformation about Fred out to people like PG and Ryan for some odd reason, when we haven't even, there was nothing we were saying bad about her. So I don't understand why she would do that, or anybody really tied to her, until she started bringing the attention to herself and making us be like, what is this woman doing? You're mad because Fred talked to police about Cotton Simpson, or what?
It could be because I talked to him about somebody else.
Oh.
About that one that.
Oh.
And it wasn't
She's-
Brandon.
No, it's a woman, right?
Man and woman.
Oh. Well, anyways. No, we don't want to cause any problems for anybody, including Linda or anything really. But we also would love for him to stop lying about Fred too. So there's that. I mean, we can't help it that Fred can't help it that he happened to see Andy on the road the day and shit happened the way it did. Like nobody knew. He didn't know how big this whole thing was. He didn't ask to be. He didn't ask for this to happen to him. I don't know. It's like people's just mad that Fred's doing the right thing, and it's just gross. But you know, I think a lot of people are just scared. And the best thing to do is to get off the drugs and get away from the area. That's the first thing. That would be the best thing to do to save yourself. If it is dangerous, because it's dangerous for a lot of these people to be out there, and they're stuck and not able to say anything. What are you doing, buddy? All right, guys. I think we're gonna go. Be sure to check us out over with Donna and Sweet Pie Low Thursday.
I just want to thank everybody for the
Yeah.
happy birthday wishes, whether it was through Facebook here in the chat or through Messenger. I appreciate everybody.
Yeah, and the super chats for his birthday. That was really nice of you guys. Somebody had also sent like a little cake and some things to make dinner tonight. So we made chili with it. So we appreciate that. It's special 11/11. I don't know. There's something special about this day beyond Fred's birthday. There's something. I don't know. It's supposed to be something. It's supposed to be. There's something that's important with it spiritually too. Supposedly, I don't know. I'm gonna have to read up on it. Oh, that's nice of you, Lee. Oh, thank you, Lyrics. Good night, everybody. I'll talk to you later.